Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon, sir.
everybody. Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, everybody. Can I get a yes if you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's have all the hands raised for all the student participants. I see only 14 today. So whoever is a student, you can raise your hands so that we can identify you. Okay. So I see 2 of them. And what about the videos? Let's have the videos also on. All right. And you all remember the assignment we gave you the last time, right? You were supposed to do some research and come back. Who will give a quick recap of the last
There were some of the technologies were explained, sir.
mhm.
And we had chosen erosion technology to ask us to come with other technology wherein
More of digital. Yeah, yours was more of digital. I wanted it to be changed to something to do with more of digital technologies, like something where you all would want to work in areas that will be more relevant for the rest of the students as well, right? So all the students. Yeah. So who all are ready with their presentations?
I'm ready with my.
Okay. Can you just type it in the chat box? All those who are ready with their presentation, just type their name and the topic. The name and the topic. Okay. Name of the presenter. I don't want the center name. I want the name of the presenter and the topic. Whoever is ready with the presentation. Are we expecting some more students? Because there aren't a lot of students today. It's about just 16 participants. Okay, blockchain is a good topic.
So one more guy will be joining in 2 minutes.
All right. So what about the others? Only Chandrakant? Nobody else is ready with the presentation? What about the other students? Chetan, Deepika, Rupashri, and all of those? Okay, today and tomorrow is practically the last few sessions for this month, right? I mean, anyway, last sessions of this month, and you'll all be evaluated on these things, right? So not too sure why some of the students are not preparing their topics and presentations. All right. Who else? What about Chetan, Deepika, and Rupashri? I don't see the videos. I don't see the hands. I mean, I see the hands, but I don't see the videos, nor do I see the presentation. Okay, so Chandrakant.
Rupashri is written in chat box, sir. Topic IoT.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just saw that. Rupashri has done IoT. Okay. IoT was covered earlier as well, but let's see. So from Kavita, see, I cannot repeat the question every time. The last time also I said, I want the name of the student and the topic. You have, again, Kavita Computers has said Kavita Computers topic, AI in banking. Can I get the name of the student? Please listen to the question properly. All right, so without any more ado, let's get started. First come, first serve basis, right? So we're not going to, okay. So Chandrakant, let's get started with your topic, blockchain. It's a new topic. I don't think we have covered that in one of the previous sessions. I mean, maybe in other sessions we've covered, but in these, I don't think we've really. And go ahead and start your presentation. And like last time, there'll be an opportunity for all the others to ask questions. All those who are going to ask questions, relevant, meaningful questions, we will be evaluating you on that as well. And Chandrakant has to answer those questions. The questions cannot be random questions, like supposing he's presenting on blockchain, you can't ask him what is blockchain. We are assuming he will explain that in his presentation, right? The question has to be a thought through question, a question which you have had while listening to his presentation or understanding his presentation. If there is a topic which you did not understand, or if there is an example you did not understand, you can ask him to explain that again, right? So that is okay, but don't just randomly ask questions. That is the idea. All right, so let's get started. Chandrakant, you want to go ahead? Chandrakant, are you ready? Chandrakant does a lot of presentations. So are you okay? Do you want to present it this time again first, or you want to go the second time, or whatever your choice?
As you wish, sir. I'm ready.
You are ready? Okay. So let's have Chandrakant doing the presentation then. All right. Go ahead, Chandrakant.
I'm sharing the screen, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, and again, once again, the presentation is for the entire audience. It's not just for me. You have to make sure that everybody else understands. Okay? So make it as simple, as interesting, and as engaging as possible. Okay? Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you are audible, and we can see your presentation. So let's do one thing, Chandrakant. The reason I'm trying to not answer and switching off my camera is because I want others to participate. Okay, you can ask the others if you have any question. They have to respond, right? Nobody talks. I want to see how the others will interact during a presentation, right? So Rupashri, Ambika, Chetan, and Deepika, and all of these people have to interact. And it's first of all, we don't have their videos on for some reason, and only he's presenting. How do you feel, Chandrakant? Let me ask you, when you're presenting and all the videos are like switched off like this, is it a good experience?
I can see your presence, and I can assume that others are also present.
Yeah, but when you see the video, it is a better engaging presence, right? So yeah. So once again, anyway, I'm not going to repeat that again and again. So let's go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Chandrakant. Start your presentation.
Guys, all please welcome to this presentation on blockchain technology from Chandrakant from BKTC. So as of now, nowadays we are hearing very much about this blockchain technology along with all other technologies like big data, cloud computing, edge computing, and all other technologies in this AI Python tools, as well as beyond the classrooms also. So let's start understanding blockchain technology. blockchain is like basic way to understand is the chain of the blocks. So that way we can understand. So how it works and the technology will understand as the presentation progresses. Next. So here to have a basic understanding, we can see that there are blocks, squared cubics are there. We call them blocks here, block 1, block 2, block 3, like that. Each one attached with the chain. So it's a blockchain because these blocks are attached with the chain and they are having some hash values and previous hash values like that, and the blocks are numbered. So we can call this blockchain technology because blocks are chained in a chronological order. The simple definition of blockchain is it is a decentralized and distributed digital ledger that records the transactions across multiple computers or nodes. This is a theoretical basic definition. Let's start understanding blockchain with this definition. There is a word called a digital ledger. Ledger we use in accounting. Accounting, BCom students, MCom, those students, and all the shopkeepers, they will be comfortable and familiar with the word ledger because whatever transaction happens, that gets stored in a ledger. So to move to accounting ledger concepts. Next slide. So in general ledger accounting, guys, is my screen fully visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. So on the top there is a general ledger accounting in red letters. In my screen, it's not fully visible. So I'm explaining.
Your screen is visible, but your audio is it's okay. I mean, don't try to change too much, but maybe you should keep your mic stable so that it's clear and without any disturbance. All right, go on.
This is a general ledger used in accounting. So everybody is familiar. Everybody in the sense, all accounting students, those into accounting fraternity, and shopkeepers, all those who make money transactions, they will be familiar with this general ledger accounting. Even in the home also, housewives, those who take care of the budgeting, they also maintain a ledger like this, like how much was spent on which item, like that. That's a basic transaction kind of thing. So in this one, what we can see a date, a particular, and the amount, and the table. For example, table number 1st April 2018. There are some details. Cash account to sales account. Like from here, cash was released, and to which account it went. It went to sales account, like that. And amount is mentioned as $15,000. And next one more, there is one more transaction by name date, blank date is not mentioned there, but particulars of where the amount was spent for what expenses. And on 31st March 2019, bank account to interest account, wherein interest was credited to bank account, like that. So here in these are the transactions. So in ledger we call them transactions, whereas in blockchain we call them, for example, here for one transaction, one table is there, or one ledger entry is there. Here in accounting, they are called as ledger entry. Whereas if the same information is passed on to blockchain technology, they will constitute a block. So this is how a block is created with details implanted into the block. So if the same information you put into a block, that will become a block. So let's try to have some more understanding of blockchain by understanding the similarity between ledgers in accounting and blockchain. So that at least as of now, for us, blockchain is the dark elephant in the dark room. So let's try understanding blockchain with the help of ledger accounting. See, what does ledger accounting as well as a blockchain do? For example, first one is record keeping. Both ledger accounting on blockchain. Blockchain is not different from ledger accounting. It's a very simple concept. If you understand ledger accounting, 50% of the work is done. We will be understanding blockchain. So record keeping in ledger accounting, we keep the records of the transaction. For example, amount was spent where, on whom, for what purposes, Like this way, we keep the record of transaction or event, whatever that happens. They provide historical account of financial activities like inflow and outflow of assets. So with this, we will be knowing where the amount was spent and what was the purpose of the amount spent, which date amount was spent, who was the beneficiary, who was financing the transaction, like that. So in future, we can revisit the ledger and we can trace out what had happened. And next one is same thing happens in both ledger accounting and blockchain. Next similarity is immutable and auditable. So whatever gets recorded in ledger accounting as well as blockchain, they are immutable and auditable. Immutable in the sense once a transaction is entered, it cannot be altered on a future date. So once it's like once it entered in the ledger, it becomes a truth, and is a truth is a truth on all future dates. That will be the truth. So you can't edit or modify or delete the data in the ledger or blockchain. So both ledgers and blockchain provide transparency and immutability of records. Proper doc. So how they become immutable? They become in ledger accounting. They become immutable by proper documentation. See, accountants and even chartered accountants and now the management team will be involved here. So when so much guys are involved in ledger accounting, you cannot edit a transaction. So whereas in blockchain, it makes use of cryptographic techniques. Cryptographic techniques is like mathematical algorithms, use of mathematical algorithms to create and enter data and to make it secure and immutable. So blockchain technology uses these techniques, cryptographic techniques. To understand the layman's language, what cryptography is, like it's having information in a disguised form. Information will be in your eyes itself, but you cannot identify it as an information which you can make use of. So that way, in a simple language, that we can understand. For example, in history, kings used to roam in the city in a disguised form as a beggar, and they used to spy what's happening in the city, and also to collect the information. They used to really interact with the citizens and collect the information. Citizens used to interact with the king, not knowing that he was the real king, and give all the real information to him. That way, he used to collect the information. That was his way of working in the cities in that cryptographic forms. So it's like in a disguised form. Nowadays, in blockchain technology, this is done with the help of the mathematical algorithms and keys. So this way they become immutable and auditable. And next one is a sequential order. Whatever information or transactions get entered in the ledger accounting and blockchain, they are in a chronological order, and it's so that it's easy to track and audit transactions in future. So what's chronological? They get entered in the system as and when they happen on their order of happening. So whatever happens today, it will be first entered, and tomorrow items will be entered at a later date along with their dates. So it will not happen like tomorrow's transaction is entered today and today's transaction entered tomorrow or in a date of tomorrow. That kind of things not happen. If it's happening today, it will be entered on today's date, like that. So as and when they happen, they will enter the system. And next one is, so both things are similar in ledger accounting and blockchain. Next one is multiple participants. So in accounting, there are various individuals or departments which can or may contribute to the ledger. Like there will be various accountants, management, and stakeholders, shareholders. In a company environment, they all will be there. They will be the participants in ledger accounting, and they will be interested in giving the information. So while in blockchain, multiple number of participants are there. So again, this is similar to ledger accounting. They will be known as nodes, or simply in blockchain technology, computers which participate in a network, they are known as nodes. So computers are known as nodes here. They contribute to validating and rewarding transactions in blockchain technology. So these are all the similarities between ledger accounting and blockchain. So with this, as of now, we are having 50% understanding of blockchain because it's very much similar to ledger accounting. So having so much similarities between both ledger accounting and blockchain, are they same, one and the same? Can and it gives some questions. If ledger accounting and blockchain are similar, can an accountant become a blockchain specialist, or can he go for a job in blockchain technology? And can accountancy solve the problems that blockchain solves? And same technology is applied in both the disciplines. The answer to all the other questions is a big no. So let's understand when they are similar. The answer to all the other questions is a no. What makes the answer is no? Because there are still more lots of differences between ledger accounting and blockchain. It's like ledger accounting, if it's a deposit kind of a rocket, then blockchain is a rocket which takes a human beings to moon. So that is the difference between a Diwali rocket and a rocket which takes human beings to moon. So what are the differences? There are big differences. First one is technology. In blockchain, it's built on distributed ledger technology that's called as DLT that makes use of cryptographic techniques to secure and validate transactions, whereas accounting ledgers are based on centralized databases and physical books. So as of now, everybody is aware of what are ledgers and how in books they are entered. Whereas in technology in blockchain, again cryptographic techniques come. Cryptographic means it makes a technique where a plain text, what we can see on the screen, if it is applied cryptographic technology to mathematical algorithms, the same text will be in front of us, but in a different format which we can't read and also we can't understand. So again, when it is encrypted, so it will be sent to the person to whom it is to be sent, and along with the key. That key, when he applies it to that encrypted text, it becomes de-encrypted or decrypted, and he can read that. So during transit, it will be in encrypted or cryptography form where nobody can make misuse or read the information. So next one is decentralization. This blockchain network is distributed across network of nodes. So there is no single owner. So no one person can make the best use or the misuse of the technology here. So decentralized in the sense, this network of nodes they can be anywhere on the world, irrespective of the geography. For example, there are some multiple network of nodes. They can be in any of the 6 continents of the world, but still they can be connected and they will be doing their part of work in maintaining the blockchain technology. And next one is consensus mechanism, where here we hear two words like proof of work and proof of stake. Whereas proof of work is there will be a lot of data miners involved in this blockchain technology who do their part of work. What their part of work is, whenever a person enters information in the blockchain, in a block, some miners get involved here and they solve some mathematical puzzles. They validate the information in the block. And when they say that yes, the block is correct, the information is correct, it's following all the rules of the blockchain technology, then it gets added into the blockchain. So it becomes a part of the blockchain. Here, it doesn't become a part of blockchain by one person saying yes. Here, all the persons in the chain, they are in network, they have to say yes. And they will not be connected. But through the technology, they will be connected and they will not be knowing either of them. So when they say yes, it becomes the part of the chain. And also proof of stake is there. So this is called proof of work. Whereas in proof of stake and for proof of work, the guys get paid for this. Guys in the sense miners. data miners. They are called data miners or block miners. In proof of stake, what happens? The same miners, they don't get paid, but they will be given the ownership of that block or the chain in a fractional percentage manner. So they will be owning the chain to some extent. And next one is security and immutability. Blockchain transactions are secured through cryptographic algorithms through mathematical algorithms and keys. So by applying the keys, that algorithms can be solved, and the plain text or encrypted data becomes a plain text, so that the person can read the information. So here, maintaining the secrecy of the keys is very important thing. In accounting, whereas the same thing is not there in accounting. So the ledgers can be while entering the information in ledger, human errors can happen, data can be manipulated, or the ledger can be destroyed. Whereas same things cannot happen in blockchain. Also, in one more technology difference is transparency. Blockchain offers more transparency because it is secure. So where a person is supposed to see that or part of the network, they can see the information. And again, they can be spread on in any geography of the world. All and multiple participants can view the and verify transactions. Whereas in ledger, what happens? The ledgers are viewable only to the accountants. They are like a private documents. They will be held in the organization itself, only in accounting department. And on the request, they will be given to management or unit trade unions and employees or other stakeholders and auditors like that. So the transparency also makes a big difference in blockchain and ledger technology and scope of use. For example, again here there are lots of users. The ledger will be used only in the company just to keep the transaction and money transactions, money records like that. Whereas in blockchain, what happens? Blockchain can be technology, it's a technology, and that technology can be applied to various domains like governance, corruption, governance and administration, healthcare. Because transactions happen in hospitals, they can be entered and stored in the blockchain technology. Law, in courts also, we can make use of the blockchain technology. In education, we can make use of the blockchain technology. Supply chain management, trade, routing, trade for products, also we can make use of blockchain technology. Voting, for example, as of now, we vote and our votes will be kept in ballot boxes and they will be open on a counting day like that. Whereas what happens if we make use of the blockchain technology, the same day evening, we can open the ballot boxes and count the machines, and the night itself we can give the results in a much faster way because that blockchain technology enables. So these are all the differences between ledgers and blockchain technology. So I think we can complete now we are having 50% understanding why they are similar, and now this 50% understanding why they are different. So we need to understand what's blockchain technology. Now let's understand. 1 minute, excuse me, guys. Okay, guys, here to understand blockchain technology, there are 5 key elements of a blockchain. A complete blockchain incorporates all of these elements, design elements on which a blockchain is designed. They are encryption, immutability, tokenization, decentralization, and distribution. So these are the 5 key elements of the blockchain technology. And we will come back to this slide in later part of the presentation. So let's continue with the existing slides. So let's understand how blockchain works. Guys, as of now, we are in a blockchain chain. So a transaction is requested. This wants to become part of the blockchain. So as of now, it is outside, still not become the part of the chain. So when a block is requesting, a transaction is created. So in blockchain technology, this is the block created and wanting to become part of the chain. So now who will make it part of the chain? Participants in the blockchain. Who are they? They are data miners also part of the chain. So data miners, what they will do? They will read the information in the block, and once it is corrected to their satisfaction and it is honest and following all the rules of the technology, then those guys will make it part of the, and when all the guys say yes, it becomes part of the technology, and when it is sent to every node in the network, every node in the sense, every computer in the network, every computer will be operated by a data miner. So when they provide and validate the transaction, they will be solving some complex mathematical algorithms, and they will be paid for this. So when they say yes, sir, it becomes part of the chain. So here you can see that orange block is becoming part of the blockchain already, which is existing. So let's understand what each block in a blockchain represents. A block is actually the building block or the key element of a block. For example, a chain, for everything, for every chain, there has to be a start. And here in this chain, Genesis block or the blue block, that is the original block or the beginning block. So beginning block is called as the Genesis block. From here, the chain starts. Here we are having data input, and every block carries a previous hash number. As this block, it is the initial block from where the chain is beginning. It's not having a previous hash number, and the hash number for this block is starting with 0 to 3. And the next green color one is the second block. It is connected to the blue block. So data here is Thursday. It is having the previous hash number, and the hash for the present block is starting with A4C. You can observe that it is carrying the previous hash number. That is blue block's number is there. So this is connected to the blue block. The block, same way green block is connected to the red block, because green block's hash number is in red block's previous hash number, and red block is having its own hash number. So the same way chain continues, each block having its own information, and the timestamp will be there, and it will be having a previous hash number. So that way they will be connected, and their order cannot be changed, or information in them cannot be edited. Okay, now we will revisit the slide which was in the earlier stage. So we have discussed about these 5 key elements. So after getting to know how a blockchain is created, let's understand what are the key elements in the blockchain. On what are the principle in the blockchain or the technology in the employed in blockchain technology. They are encryption, immutability, tokenization, decentralization, and distribution. And encryption, in the sense, what encryption? I have already explained it. A king roaming in the city in a disguised form to collect the information. Even though he is in front of your eyes, you cannot identify that person as a king. So this is itself called as encrypting. So how this encryption is done in today's world? Through technology, complex mathematical algorithms will be applied on a given set of plain text, which converts the text into some unreadable form, and unidentifiable form. So in this format, the information will be transferred to the person, to the target person. So once the target person receives this encrypted information, he has to decrypt it. So how he can decrypt it? By using the key provided by the initial person. So that secrecy of that key is very important. So by applying the key on the encrypted format, he can again convert the information to plain text, and he can read the information. This is called as encryption. What is immutability? Immutability in the sense you cannot it is immutable. You cannot edit or delete, modify, alter any information. How it's done? Because as you have seen, the blocks are connected. So whenever a person wants to change information in a block, again anything getting to change, it will be notified to all the nodes in the network. So again, all the persons see that information, and 51% of the persons in the chain say yes, then only it can be altered. But otherwise it cannot be altered. And again, to make any changes in the even if they say yes, one more hurdle is there. Again, they have to solve mathematical algorithms. They have to invest their computational power and energy, time, resources. So then only it can be altered. Otherwise, it's next to impossible. So whenever a transaction gets entered in the blockchain, it cannot be altered, and its possibility to be altered is near zero. So it cannot be altered. So next one is tokenization. What's tokenization? In blockchain technology, so all the tangible assets and which cannot be held in a physical form, like royalties, talents, or any other real assets of the world, like land, site, or a physical object, can be tokenized in this blockchain technology, so that they can be traded, sold or bought, purchased. So that way, it helps in monetizing real world objects. So they can be traded, and even data miners also will be given a percentage ownership through this tokenization technology of the objects which were tokenized. So this way, money is gets involved in this blockchain technology. So through tokenization, everybody gets their share, and for this, data miners and multiple participants in the blockchain technology will be working there. So it makes the blockchain an active possibility. And what's decentralization? Decentralization is in the sense data stored, whereas in the ledger, what had happened, it was with the accounting department of the company, whereas here the information is spread across multiple systems, multiple data miners, and multiple geographies of the world. So we don't know where they are, but we can only see them in the network. So whoever wants to give the information, he can give the information provided he is part of the network. And distribution again, it will be distributed across multiple participants in the chain. Whereas accounting information was only available with the few people, whereas it is distributed across multiple participants. So these are 5 key elements of the blockchain. So guys, and with this understanding of elements of the blockchain technology, let's understand applications of blockchain. So where all it is used? It is used in digital to quite few. There are many, but I have mentioned only few. Bitcoin currency, as of now, is gaining a lot of popularity. People are switching from the real currency to Bitcoin currency. Bigger payments they are doing through Bitcoin, as it is accepted by anybody in the world, reliable than paper currency. Whereas in Bitcoin, there are no transaction fees are there. Whereas if you want to make payments from rupees to dollars, again there are conversion fees will be there. You have to make payments for the participants involved in the conversion, like banks and all mediators. So all those things are there, and even Internet of Things make use of blockchain. And you go to online music, they make use of blockchain. Real estate, banking, payments and transfers, healthcare, law enforcement, banking. So in almost every domain and every field, they are making applying blockchain technology in their operations to store, safeguard the information. And for understanding of this technology, let's discuss blockchain career path for both technical and non-technical professionals. Even if you are a technical guy who understands the nuances of this computer technology, you are having a career. And even if you are non-technical and don't understand any programming language, or the working with the basics of the computers, then also you are having a careers in blockchain technology. So by following the paths mentioned in the dark blue boxes through sky blue colored blocks, you can have a career in blockchain technology as a business leaders or a blockchain healthcare professionals, marketing guys, solution architect, or a chain developer, chain scientist, administrator, or a security professionals. So these are the career paths available in blockchain technology, and this technology is becoming very popular and being applied in every field. It's getting big payments also. For example, a basic guy into blockchain technology in US gets a payment of around 80,000 to 1 lakh US dollars. That converted to Indian rupees comes to around 60 to 80 lakh rupees per annum. So with this, I end my presentation on blockchain technology. So any doubts, please ask. I'll try to. This is a bit complicated technology. I also have a basic understanding of this one that I have presented. So we'll try to answer your queries. Please.
So I'm waiting. Who's going to ask questions? Chetan, are you there? He's not there. He's just kept the hand up and then he's left. So maybe we can mark him as him or her or whatever. We can mark him as absent. Deepika, are you there? Shri, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I get you on the screen? Okay, why do I need to request you to get to on screen? I've already mentioned that in the beginning of the session.
Yes, sir.
So why can't you just switch on the camera all through?
Sir, my internet connection is not stable if I switch.
Okay, fine. Okay, so do you have any questions for Chandrakant?
Sir, firstly, I really don't have much idea about blockchain. Just now I got to know, sir.
Sorry?
Just now I got to know about blockchain, sir, after he
All right,
explained.
yeah, so knowing
I
about,
understood what
so you understood everything?
I understood what he explained.
So can you explain that back to us?
Blockchain is nothing but it will protect our data, sir. It will cut into blocks and it will protect our data. Yes, sir.
I'm asking Chandrakant if he's happy with the answer.
Sorry, sir. Can you come again, please?
Rupashri is, and not just Rupashri, everybody. Chandrakant made a presentation. Obviously, I'm not expecting that all of you will know everything about blockchain. So he has given an introductory or whatever presentation he has made based on his research. You all are expected to listen to his presentation. And after that, it is not expected that you will present the same presentation with the same level of detail that Chandrakant presented. But if you can at least go back with a basic understanding of what he has explained or the topic, then it is a useful, fruitful exercise. Do you agree, Rupashri?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm trying to understand whatever he explained. Are you able to understand, first and foremost, which is like whether he's presented it well or not. Second thing is I'm also trying to make you conscious of the fact that when you are listening, you are supposed to be listening actively, and you should be able to reproduce that in your own language, in your own words, right? So are you able to, will you be able to explain this back to us, not in broken sentences, but in a simple language? Can you all, Rupashri and the others, can you explain back some of the key points that he mentioned about blockchain? What does it do? Where is it used? Right? Any topic, what are the key things that you will answer? Basic things. First is, what is the topic? So maybe a basic definition. You need to have a basic definition, right? Since it's a technology, you should understand what is a basic definition in terms of what does it do? Simple language definition, right? Not complicated, simple language definition. Second, where is this technology useful? In which industries or in which situation is this technology useful, right? Of this technology in the real world, in real life, as an example. If you explain these three things, you would have understood, and maybe you can look at some of his slides, take down. Did you take any notes, Rupashri, from his slides?
Sir?
Did you, when he was presenting, did you write down any notes?
No, sir.
Why?
I was listening.
Okay, so if you are listening, and so what is the use of listening all of that and then going back? If I leave you like this, after one day, I think whatever he has explained will just evaporate. You will forget whatever he has said, right? So it's a good practice. Maybe not take, or you're not expected to take notes like in the classroom. A few points, some key points. Can you answer these three questions? One is a definition. Second is, where is this technology used? And third, do you know any applications of this technology in the real world based on whatever he has explained?
Yes, I'll try to explain.
Yeah, go ahead. Good.
Firstly, blockchain is similar to ledger accounts, which we use in accounts.
Don't tell me. You have to tell Chandrakant. Chandrakant, you have to be listening to her. Okay. You have to explain to Chandrakant and the others. Chandrakant, you have to evaluate her answer and you have to tell me if you are satisfied with her answer or not. Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Rupesh.
So blockchain is similar to the ledger which we use in accounts. It will protect our data and the transactions. Like if we write on a book, like the information may get lost. So if we use the blockchain, it will store our data, and also we can make future decisions based on past information, because it will be stored in a single block. Block is nothing but it will represent the transactions which we created before. Each block defines the transactions we created in different time periods. Where it used means, for example, recently I have heard about Bitcoin, and also sir also explained about Bitcoin. It will first it will request for us for a transaction, and later that block represent the transaction which we created, and it will store in that block, and that block will be sent to everyone who are in the blockchain members, like network. It will send to all the networks, and after that network validates, the transaction will be completed. So that even if we forget, or if we one person, there's no chance of one person may lie, because the information will be with all the members who are in that blockchain. So this is my answer, sir. This is what I understood actually.
Okay, that is the first definition part of it. Second is, do you know of any, where is it used?
Bitcoin, actually I heard, sir. It is
Or
a
blockchain. Not heard from his, not from your, from his presentation. Where did you, he showed some, I think some 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 slides. How many slides did you present, Chandrakant? Sorry?
11 to 12 slides.
11 to 12 slides. So in that 11 to 12 slides, I'm sure he explained in some of those where it is used and all of that, and some application. So can you throw some light on that, Rupashri? Very good attempt. Very good. You've done very well. You explained it. You were hearing, and I don't know, Chandrakant, do you agree?
Yes, I'm happy with the understanding of that one.
Okay.
Where it is used means Bitcoin, Internet of Things, and transactions, etc. Only this I know, sir.
Which industries? Where, in which industry can you use it? Can you use it in healthcare? Can you use it in banking? Can you use it in
Banking
retail
banking.
industry? Banking, how? Did he explain that? Or are you guessing?
I am guessing, sir.
Did he
Actually,
Chandrakant,
Bitcoin
did you explain any industries?
This law was explained, sir. Bitcoin was explained.
Which industries did you explain?
Law was explained, sir. Bitcoin currency industry was explained.
Okay. Can you share that slide once again? That particular slide where you explained about the industries?
So
I
these
mean,
are-
whichever, any example, anyone else.
For example, Bitcoin industry I explained, sir.
Yeah. So he has got a slide on applications of blockchain. Right? So when you're learning about a technology, three things you should always, first is get a definition when he's presenting a topic. And when you are asked to explain that back, you have to explain the definition. He's talking about a topic of the technology in which industries, and can you give a real life example, some example. So he's explained law enforcement, banking, online music, real estate, Internet of Things, payment, transfer. So many things he's mentioned here. So of these, which ones did you explain?
I explained Bitcoin, sir.
Okay. Now, if you had to ask him a question, you can ask him, can you explain or do you know of any ways in which blockchain can be used in healthcare, or can you explain where it can be used in real estate? If you were really listening and curious, you can ask these questions. These are interesting questions, isn't it? If he knows, he will answer. If he does not know, he will say, I don't know, I will go back and check and come back. Or he will say, I can guess based on the example of the other industry, I can assume that maybe it can be used like this in this industry as well, right? So is there something to fear? Is there anything to worry about this? He's telling you some topic, you are seeing the topic, you are to just discuss that topic. Why are you also nervous? He's made some interesting slides, colorful slides. He's put so much of effort. For whom? So that I can use it in my office or some other place?
No, sir.
So that I can use it for something else? For whom has he made these slides? He's done some, put in some effort, right? So it's for you people he's done this, for all of us to listen to this, right? Or maybe he can use it later on somewhere else. Of course, that he can do. But in this session, what is the use of this? He might as well just send it on email and I will evaluate or something. We don't have to all assemble together if we don't want to discuss, right? So yeah, so your explanation was very good. Who else will explain? So Rupashri, I think you will get some, we'll give you a round of applause for Shri. Of course, a round of applause for Chandrakant also. All right, who else will explain? 5 questions I said, right? Rupashri gets points for her question and or whatever her. Do you have a question for him? Besides the question I asked just now.
Sir, actually, before asking questions, I should have a little knowledge about it. Sir.
So that little knowledge is, yeah, so that is what I'm trying to tell you. He has explained something to you, right, on the screen. If nothing has gone into your mind and you've not been able to understand, you can, that means he didn't do a good presentation, right? If he has explained some things, then some question will come, right? So that's what you are saying, that to ask a question, I should at least understand something. So that is why he presented. So you understood something. So that from that something, that next level should happen, right? How long will you keep saying something has to happen? Something you're not expected to read the textbook and then ask questions. Active listening is very important. Active listening and active participation. He has already presented. You have to be curious about that topic. Not that you have to work on this topic tomorrow. You may not be interested in blockchain. A person in the technology space, there is no harm in knowing about it, right? Tomorrow, somebody might ask you this question in an interview, right? If in the interview you are asked this question, supposing someone asks you this question, how will you answer this? Will you say, I need to know something, then only I can ask you questions, right? Will that be a reasonable answer? No. You speak good English, you have good communication skills also. Why don't you make use of it? Yeah, you don't. The only thing I am saying is you're feeling little nervous. You're not very confident about asking questions. You feel that if I ask something, what will that other person think? If you have sincerely listened to his presentation, and if there are some doubts, you can always ask, and that doubt will come only if you have sincerely heard. Okay. All right. Let's move to the next one. Okay. Good participation, Rupashri. Who else? 5 questions. Who's going to ask 5 questions? All the students have to raise their hands, by the way, right? I only see KTC Hubli has stopped raising the hands. Kavita Computers is not. So next time onwards, can we make it every time I don't have to repeat this. As soon as you join, make sure your hands are raised, because that's the only way I can identify who the students are and who are not the students. All right. Okay. So I see as of now, there are only 2 hands raised. Okay, so nobody else has any questions. So 0 marks on questions to all the others. Let's move on to the next presentation.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Who's this?
Sir, I'm Archana, sir.
Sorry?
I'm Archana from Kavita Computers, sir.
Okay. What do you want?
So, I have some questions.
No, your chance is over.
Okay, sir.
I asked 5, 6 times. I've already asked. And nobody responded. After I said, let's move on to the next presentation, you're asking the question. Your turn is over. Okay, so let's go to the next presentation, please. Who's going to present next?
Sir,
Audio is not clear. Whoever is speaking, audio is not clear.
Rupashri from Vaishali Computers, sir.
Yeah, tell me, Rupashri. You're going to present? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and present, Rupashri. So the same rules for this presentation, also the same rules apply. All right. Okay.
Ma'am, can you please share the screen? Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rupashri from Vaishali Computers, Ballari. My topic is Internet of Things. Next slide, ma'am. Next slide, ma'am. So what is Internet of Things? The Internet of Things is nothing but connecting all the things using sensors and sending the data to the cloud and using internet. Here, for example, Internet of Things is changing our world in many ways. We are getting smart day by day by using the Internet of Things. For example, like if we forgot to turn off the AC in our home and we went to office, usually what we will do, we will come back and turn off the AC. It will take a lot of time, right? So if we have some sensors in that AC, using Internet of Things, we can turn it off by our mobile directly in office itself, not only in office, from wherever we are. Next slide, ma'am. So how does IoT work? Normally, first we will have a sensors in the things which we are using, like sensors like, for example, temperature sensor. It will measure the temperature, and lux sensor, it will measure the light, and also pressure sensor, it will measure the pressure, motion, it will pressure the movement, and etc. There are many more sensors, and using those sensors, it will send the data or alert to the cloud using a process called gateway, and that cloud will send the alert to our mobile app. For example, if we set a temperature like up to 50%, after the temperature rises, it will send the alert to our mobile app. So we can turn it off from our mobile app itself. Mostly it is used in agricultural industries, and also, for example, washing machines. In washing machines, we will set a time. After that after the time becomes over, it will send a alert to our mobile app, and we can turn it off using our mobile app itself. Next slide, ma'am. There are many more examples of IoT. For example, connected cars. Connected cars are nothing but smart cars. Smart cars here, in these smart cars, we use AI as well. Like how it is used. In smart cars, we can, without a person, like without a human interference, we can set an address so that car will drive itself using that Google map. And also that car will have the sensor of detecting, like if we have any cars behind us or in front of us, it will detect and it will go based on it. And next, smart appliances. Smart appliances are nothing but which we use in our home, day-to-day activities like AC, washing machines, and heaters, etc. Connected security systems. Connected security system is also will come in smart homes. We can lock by using the mobile itself. In smart home only we can lock by mobile itself. Next, smart agricultural equipment. IoT is used in agricultural sector as well in many ways, and also in retail industries also we can use, and healthcare monitors. In healthcare, for example, using that sensor, we can measure the heartbeat of a person or the BP or any other requirement. And also in manufacturing industries also we will use the IoT. And the smart cities. Smart cities like traffic signals is also example of IoT. And what we will say, in smart cities, using this IoT, our cities are getting smart cities. It will also help our world to change, because using this IoT, we are changing our world. We are getting smart day by day. Thank you, sir. This is my presentation.
All right. Okay. Any questions for, thank you, Rupashri. Any questions for Rupashri? You can keep your slides on.
Okay.
I have a question, sir. Chandrakant from Mumbai.
Yeah, go ahead and ask Rupashri.
Rupashri, you mentioned in one of your slides that it can be applied into connected cars, smart agriculture equipment, connected healthcare, and many other fields. So, say for example, in connected cars or agriculture equipment, and what IoT or Internet of Things they will be particularly doing, and what they will be doing, and why they will be doing. Can you explain? Yes.
Sir, can you please repeat the question? I can't hear your words properly.
So, for example, in connected cars or smart agriculture equipment or any field of your choice, can you explain how those devices will be working, what the role of the IoT, and why we need to employ IoT in those fields, and what results were expected?
Why we use IoT in those fields? This is your question, right?
Yeah.
why we use means like to get smart we will use it. It makes our work easy by using IoT, and also it will consume our time, sir.
Okay.
It will save our time or consume our time?
Sorry, save our time. It will consume less time.
Yeah. Okay, what about Vinayak? He doesn't have any question. No, I just asked if he has a question. Just because I asked, you should not ask a question. You didn't bother to ask. That's why I'm asking. What is, do you have a question or you don't have a question?
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Okay.
Taking any one example and what are the material used in that application? Here, example of IoT, they are taken connected cars, smart appliances. This thing, anyone take one example for that, and what are the material are used in this? One taking one example.
I'm sorry, sir, I didn't get your question.
Madam, here you are giving example of IoT. Taking any one example and explain what are the material are used.
What are, taking one example, next.
Explain what are the material are used.
What are the materials we use?
Yes.
Okay. For example, I'll take agricultural equipment.
First ask him why is he asking this question? What does he want to understand? You don't have to jump into answering questions, right? You have to understand what is the intent of that question. So you are the boss now. You are the presenter, right? Just because he's asked a question, you don't have to answer it like he's giving you an exam paper and you have to answer it. First, understand what is the intent of his question. What does he want to understand? You can ask him, I'm not, okay, so you want to understand the materials used in a particular, whatever. I also couldn't hear him properly. So do you understand my challenge? You are all talking and I can't even hear you people clearly. How will I explain some things? So that's why I'm asking you all to interact amongst yourselves now. Okay, so that you understand how it feels. And when you are giving an interview, if that person is not able to hear you, what will happen, right? So anyway, the question he asked is, what is that? Can you explain, take one something or something he said? What is the question? What did you understand?
By taking one example, like explain what are the materials we use, like IoT material.
What does that question mean? Why does he want to understand that? Someone is on, can you go on mute, please? Someone is unnecessarily, if they're not talking, please go on mute. Yeah. Do you understand why he wants to understand this question? And what is this question? Sorry?
I understood the question, sir, but I don't know why he wants.
Okay, so that is why it should make some sense, right? What the question is about, and is it related to what you presented? What material does he want to know? Is he going to build something? Is he starting a startup or something that he wants to know? Ask him.
Yes. So can I get your name, sir? Vinayak, right?
Vinayak.
So sir, why do you want to know about like what are the materials we use?
For example, we manufacture in the car. There are few points we remember to manufacture the car. First, we use a chassis and engine, wheels, and vehicle material. These are the materials, and the other materials are required for manufacturing the car. Like say same when we manufacture the IoT things. Taking any one example, what are the material used in that? Like a sensor and actuators and server, cloud storage, and mobile application. We use the mobile application for control the IoT. IoT.
So firstly, IoT works based on sensors.
Yeah.
So what is the question? Did you understand, Rupashri? What is he asking?
Yes, sir, I understood, sir.
Okay, what is the intent of the question? What does he want to understand?
You want to know what type of sensors we use, like take an example and explain what type of sensor we use in that particular field.
Okay. Okay. So is the question
That-
making sense?
Yes, sir.
Is it a sensible question?
I guess yes, sir.
No, I mean, if it's a fair question, answer that question. If you know the answer that question. Okay. All I'm trying to say is, it's not a Q&A here. It's not like you have to finish this up and close it, right? In an interview also, or or when you're working as a profession in your work field, someone is asking you to do some technical stuff. You don't have to just start taking it randomly and start doing it. If you don't understand what it is, you can ask what is the reason, why do I have to do this code, how is it going to help, where do I need to fix this code. Okay, you're asking me to do this, but can I understand, can I get a bigger picture of what is it going to solve? Can I take a minute to understand that? Can you explain that to me? Right? Then you are playing an intelligent, active role in your organization and in the technology. Otherwise, you are just like a computer. You're feeding something to the computer will do some algorithm, and there's some algorithm running, and then it'll the answer and come back. So you have a mind, use your mind to do it actively. Okay. All right, answer his question.
Okay. I'll take the smart appliances. Like for example, AC. In AC, we will have a temperature sensor. We can make it like cool temperature and also hot based on the weather or based on what we want. This type of sensor we will use in smart appliances like AC. Did you understand, sir?
So there are ways of asking question. Okay, so another thing. So this is more about how you answer, and so don't ask, did you understand? So that's not a very polite way. You can say, did I answer your question? Right? Did you understand is like teacher in the classroom asking the students, right? Did you understand, or else I'll give you some, negative marks. And asking him the previous time also, when I asked you to ask him what does he want to do with the material, don't ask him why do you want to know about the materials. You can ask him, can I understand your question a little better? What is the reason behind you asking this detail about materials? What is it that you want to understand? You can ask in that way, right? Don't ask bluntly, why do you want to the question, and did you understand? Okay, so that's not the way you ask. So make it a little more conversational, right? Make it more conversational, right? Okay. So did you get the answer, Chandrika? You did not answer her. Chandrika, not Chandrika, Vinayak.
Yeah.
Okay, so what materials do we use? Can you explain that to me?
For example, actually example, sir. We control, for example, AC. AC have a temperature.
Okay.
And on of buttons, and also
Okay.
we install the IoT application in the mobile, sir.
Okay.
We forgot to off the AC, and when we went outside, sir. At that time, we will think about whether we off the AC or not. By the use of mobile, we confirm that AC is not off. So by the use of mobile, we will off the AC. So AC will off in home itself, sir. This is controlled by phone or by me.
So you're using IoT, Internet of Things. That's a new technology for doing this. All right. Okay. Who else will ask her questions? One last chance. In the next 3 seconds, you have to ask questions. Otherwise, your chance is over. Okay, time up. So nobody else wants to ask any questions. Who else will present? Who else wants to present? Okay, Kavita Computers, there was some AI in banking. Can you please go ahead and present?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon,
Please
sir.
go ahead. Yes, please go ahead.
So I am Archana from Kavita Computer class. So
Yes,
present,
yes, please go ahead. You have
present,
been hearing all the other presentations, right? Go ahead
okay,
and don't
okay.
wait for my approval.
Presented by Archana Satish Vishal. Today here presentation topic of about the customer experience in bank using AI. Being one of the most competitive sector, ensuring a good customer experience is especially important in PFSI. Within machine learning and natural language processing, all bots have become intelligent, with the ability to interact with customer at human parity levels, facilitating customers to self-service can improve customer experience. Imagine no long waiting in call center queues, being able to resolve an issue with minimal dependency on the call support staff. AI-enabled solution add this functionality at a much later cost and higher accuracy. Automating BFSI customer service. All assistance is occupied to handle and in turn reduce or eliminated human in major customer service staff pertaining to the BFSI, banking, financial service and insurance sector, including soft loan validation, policy application and renewal, virtual account opening and application tracking, KYC and ticketing process and more. Uh, that's it, sir. Next slide. Continue by Vishal, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Myself Satish from Kavita Computers. My topic is AI use cases in banking. The first AI use cases is account inquiries. Banking users can employ chatbots to inquire their account balance, transactions, history, and others related to information. Money transfer users can make fund transfers to others' accounts or to pay merchants through chatbots. The third application is loan application. Chatbots can assist users in applying for loans and guiding them through the application procedure. The fourth application is credit score monitoring. As all of us know that credit scoring is a long time consuming process. So banks can use AI for reducing time. Chatbots can help users in checking their credit ratings and provide advice on how to improve them. Fifth one is Sixth one is fraud prevention. Chatbots can help banks in preventing fraud by monitoring users, transactions, and spotting unusual activity. By this, banks can gain the trust of customers. The seventh use of AI is customer service. Chatbots can provide rapid and effective customer care by answering common questions and fixing simple issues. And this service is available 24/7. So customers don't need to wait for the bank working hours. The eighth is account management. Chatbots can help users in monitoring their accounts by arranging automatic payments, changing personal information, and more. The ninth one is insurance claim. Users can utilize chatbots to submit insurance claim and get information about the claims procedure. The 10th one is financial planning. Chatbots can assist users with financial planning tasks such as budgeting and getting financial objectives. Thank you. The next slide will be continued by my friend Vishal.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Vishal. I'm going to explain about the customer-centered AI integrations. To integrating the custom AI in the bank sectors, we know the knowledge about the customers and as well as businessmen. Uh, AI is using in banks that is good. Provide the experience to customers and smoothly transaction between the transactions make and provide a good emotional experience to the customers. And next one is the one small video I will show that. Thank you, sir. This is our presentation since we are making Archana, Satish, and me.
Kavita Computers, I have a question to you. Like in your video you showed, you mentioned about banks becoming AI first. So what's the meaning of banks becoming AI first, and how that process will be carried out?
So this is your voice is not so clear, sir.
Kavita Computers, I would like to know in the video you showed banks becoming AI first. Carry the process of banks becoming the AI first. Am I clear to you?
Based on AI, we are working on this sector. Because AI can, using AI, we can done this artificially in bank using using the know about the AI how to work based on accuracy. The AI will first feedback. Based on accuracy and the efficiency on this banking sector, AI will be first.
Hello, is someone answering? What is happening? Is someone presenting, or is someone answering, or someone asking a question?
Did you happy with my answer?
What are we waiting for?
Sir, we are added it answering chat box, sir. Why is it?
You are answering in the chat. Okay. But why? Why can't you answer it here?
Yeah, some
Yeah,
network.
Mike also you have answered that. As the audio was not clear initially, so I put question in the chat box also. You have answered.
Okay, no chatbot answers. Just, I mean, chat box answers. Please engage here online. I mean, like virtually with your mics and all of that.
So based on accuracy and efficiency, we can use the AI first. The answer of the Chandrakant sir.
Good presentation, good attempt, good topic, but not a very satisfying answer.
Thanks. Okay, sir. I can try to next time, sir.
Mhm.
The network issue is there, so that was I tried.
So the network issue has been there from time immemorial. I mean, every time if there is a network issue, how are we going to engage? How are we going to talk? It's not once, right? Every time there is a network issue.
So we are trying to explain what that happens, what can we do.
Okay. Okay, we can't keep waiting for you to explain this. Who else wants to ask questions or anything else? Any other questions? Vinayak, you have a question? Vinayak, do you have a question? Okay, KTC Hubli has frozen. Rupashri, you have a question for Kavita Computers?
No, sir.
Okay. Vinay Bhushan, do you have a question for Kavita Computers? Okay. Okay, let's wait for KTC Hubli. Orisis is also there. Okay. They haven't raised their hand. There are, how many students are there? I don't know. That looks like a mystery room, Orisis. I mean, there is no No video, no hand is raised, no one is participating also. I think that's a classroom, right? Classroom of participants. All right, let's wait for KTC Hubli and then we will proceed. Okay, what happened, KTC Hubli? You dropped off. Mhm. Okay, I have a general question. Is the network really all that bad always, even in the centers? I mean, once in a while I can understand there is a dip or something like that, but I don't know. You'll have to work on that to improve it. Otherwise, how will we do virtual interaction? All right. Vinayak, do you have a question for Kavita Computers? So when I say Vinayak, do you have a question? Then he will take the mic from Chandrakant and then he will ask a question.
No, sir. No, I have a question, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir. I don't have a question.
You don't have a question. Okay. That's also not good. You should have a question. Okay. The whole exercise is for asking questions and listening. This is not about becoming experts in AI, experts in banking, experts in blockchain. In this 1 hour session or 2 hour session, we are not becoming experts in these topics. Okay, let me be very clear. Chandrakant is not an expert in blockchain, right? Chandrakant is, or Rupashri is not an expert in what is the topic she chose? IoT. And these people are not experts in what is their topic? AI in banking, customer experience. So the whole exercise, the very purpose of coming together is to present a topic, be able to understand at least the basics and be able to ask questions. Otherwise, there's no point. There's no need to come to the sessions and simply sitting down and you can watch a YouTube. YouTube has got better videos about these topics. You all know YouTube, right? I mean, you have your smartphones. They have better topics, better videos and all of that. If you really want to understand, you can sit and watch that. Here we are coming for practicing some things, which you will not get in YouTube, which you will not get elsewhere, right? You will not get the evaluation. You will not get whether you're speaking well or not. You will not get, YouTube will not tell you whether you're doing this properly or not. Not just for Chandrakant, this is for everybody. All right. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. So that's your choice. Whoever wants to participate will participate.
Sorry, Anil, I'm barging in.
Yes, sir.
Anil, are you getting the whole critical mass presenting, or it is either Chandrakant from KTC or 2-3 people? Because then, Anil, I would request when you are giving them marks, remaining you please mark 0.
I have, sir. Already I have given.
Please mark 0, because what I'm going to do is, what I am seeing is, benefit of a star of the month. These franchises are very smart that one person is presenting and they are going to, I will be definitely taking into consideration your evaluation. If, for example, there are 25 students and 20 have presented and maybe average, no issues. But one franchisee whose only one person is attending, he will not be the star. Other person will be the star. I am looking at most of the students presenting.
Correct.
Because what I am seeing is very comfortably franchises have made their internal stars and they only present to all the experts. That is what I am getting a feedback. And I think they know that we are smarter than them. They cannot get away with it. So Anil, I leave it to you because your evaluation, I will not come in between. But this is just a piece of advice. I told Madam also, I told Sabyasachi also, that you give the star number 1 for maximum presentations. And if any franchisee, only one person is presenting, you mark him 1 or 2. You are at liberty to do that, Anil.
Correct. Sure, sir.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Carry on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. So do we have any other questions, queries, or all of these things from this? Otherwise, we will move on to the next topic. Okay, the point is, the point of this exercise is for you to engage in that topic, right? Now already we have done how many? 5, 6, 7. Okay, no, Chandrakant, I'll ask you. Chandrakant, can you come on? Can you speak? After that, I'll ask Vinayak, be ready. And Rupashri, you also be ready, okay? Because these are the only 3 I'm seeing participating, and maybe some from that that other center, KTC, what is that? Kavita Computers, okay? So let's see. 1 second, let me just change my thing. Okay, Chandrakant, can you, I just want to ask you a question. After doing all these sessions, these 4, 5 sessions, last few sessions we've been having, you know, presentations, and someone is presenting, someone is answering. What is your experience? What is it that you are learning out of this?
All the topics I have presented upon here in this course, they are all new to me, like concepts like big data, cloud computing, edge computing, IoT, even this blockchain. They are all new concepts, sir. So I'm new to this field, and they are new concepts to me, sir. So while understanding a concept and presenting it to someone, to understand ourselves of these concepts, we need to know the sources where we can make, understand the concepts. For example, by watching YouTube videos, not one, multiple times in multiple languages, by listening to different speakers, we can from a different way we'll have little information we'll be collecting. So after watching those YouTube videos, Google doing Google search, and even images search also, and nowadays ChatGPT is there. So ChatGPT will give very specific answers to our specific questions like that. So when we go through all these sources, we'll collect the information and we'll create some basic understanding of the concept. And to by digging further, we can get to know its applications and all those things. Commercial applications, the problems in that.
So what is the use? So after doing, so there are like now, let's new technologies that we are discussing over the last many sessions, different topics. What is the benefit of going through all of them? Are you going to work on all of them in your jobs? Are you going to work on all of them on any one project? What is the use of going through all of these things?
Going through all of these, my technology quotient will be improving.
Okay.
So the other day I had asked a question to you, like how we can look and behave like technical guys, tech guys. So by understanding all those concepts, our tech confidence will be increasing, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. So are you all getting that? Can you give this to Vinayak now, the mic?
And one more thing, sir, what I understand when I present it, so when I attempt to present it, that time also I will be increasing my understanding. So when I read, my understanding will be increasing, and when I present, so my understanding will be getting concretized.
Sure. Thank you, Chandrakant.
Thank you,
and I can see that over the you know, the weeks that you have been presenting, there is a certain change in confidence and the kind of the way you're presenting and all of that. Okay. Yeah. Vinayak, can you tell me what is the benefit of attending these classes? Very honestly, I'm saying, if you're not getting any benefit, if you're not learning anything, you in the sense anybody, there is no reason you should come and sit here. It's not just to sit and spend 2 hours, and if someone is forcing you, I don't know. But otherwise, the point is for you to exercise. I gave an example last time also. I gave the example of a gym, right? If somebody is forcing you to build a body and go to the gym, right? If you go and sit in the gym and come back, you're not going to build your muscles and body, and you know, you're not going to become healthy, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if someone forces, parents are forcing, or you know, wife is forcing, or friends are forcing, going to the gym, everybody can go, but doing that exercise is important. If you don't do that exercise or don't do the activities there, you sit there and you know, you do, or just be present physically and then come back, the result is not going to be achieved, isn't it? So this is also a gym for your technical quotient or technology quotient, business quotient, right? And what is the exercise you have to do? You don't have to become, so everybody who goes to the gym does not become who's the most supermost bodybuilder or whatever, healthy. Everybody doesn't become the healthiest, or I mean, they can be if they want to become that, but they try to become reasonably healthy and all of that, right? Different levels of things are there. So we are not trying to become experts in these technologies by attending these sessions. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions are not enough to become experts in that technology. Okay, so Chandrakant, like I said, is not an expert in blockchain and all of that. Whatever you are presenting, you're not going to be an expert in one day. Expert in the sense that superlative expert, but general understanding you can gather. That is also good as a conversation. That is where you'll have to start. In the company also, you don't expect that all experts will come and start doing the project, isn't it? It's not like every company has got only experts. There are people like all sorts of people are coming together. They're working towards something and becoming experts, improving their expertise over time, right? So what is it that you are learning? I want to know these sessions. Be very honest. Be very honest. Do you have any, are you, is there something that is not helping you? You tell me, be very honest, and I will try to see if we can address that. Tell me. Or if you're really liking it and if you're benefiting, that is also fine. You can tell me if it's really improving you. That's also good. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It is benefiting from me, sir, also because we are taking concept and searching for that concept. We will presenting the topic based on the topic. We will understand the topic. Because of that, we are searching for all the website. The process is going now. We get the better result and improving the communication also. And someone will ask the questions. We will answer the questions. In company also, the process is same. The customer or company manager, we will ask the questions same way. Initially, we build the confident. Whenever we enter the company, we have a confidence to manage the questions. Whenever we done the mistake also, we will manage that mistake and into the manager. Whenever we talking to the manager. And also, this by learning this technology, somewhere it will apply into that complete technology. So it is very beneficial, and the knowledge is not become knowledge is whenever we getting the knowledge, it is not wasted. Somewhere it will apply.
Sure. So good. So yeah, I mean, good. I can also see your improvement over the last few weeks that you have been seeing from many sessions that you've been attending. The improvement only comes when you practice, right? Even the little practice will improve, right? So, and all that you are learning may not really apply in your company or your job or your role immediately. So for example, today you learned about blockchain. You may not use this knowledge in your career ever. You may not use it actually, but you will use the approach to learn. You will understand, okay, there is something like this and some connection maybe you will find later. Okay, so good. And who else? Who will go next? Someone else? What about Rupashri? Whoever wants to share. So every time I don't want to ask you, can you talk? Will you talk? Can I ask you to talk? You should exercise in the gym. If you're going to the gym, you will have to fight for the equipment sometimes, right? I mean, sometimes that whatever the treadmill or so many things are there, right? You don't get that because people are already using it. Here you're getting a chance. I'm telling you to speak, you're not speaking. Not you, I mean in general, so many other students I'm saying. So you have to take the opportunity. Okay, Rupashri, you want to speak? These exercises.
Yes, so firstly, I'm a commerce student. I really don't have any idea about these technologies and all.
Okay, and stop saying that. Stop saying that every time. Okay. Stop saying that every time. You said that, I think, a long time back also. So stop saying that now. Now you're not a commerce student only. You are a commerce student, plus now you are a technology student as well, because you've already attended many sessions, right? So how long will you keep saying, first of all, I'm not a commerce, I'm a commerce student? If you start your interview like this, then they will start feeling, okay, so she's not the right fit. Okay. You can say it, but in a different way. So the point is, don't keep telling your mind that you are not a technology, you will not understand it. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So after attending these sessions, I really got to know about these technologies and all. Not in that depth, but also if someone asks what is this, I can answer them. And also I do. I was having a lot of stage fear, sir. By attending these sessions, like I got little confidence. I can speak now, but not that confident. But compared to before, I'm so much better after attending these sessions, sir. These sessions are really helpful to me, sir.
So how
this
will
is
you
my
become better? How will you become better? By doing more, right? By doing more.
doing
It's
more
not
presentation.
difficult. It's not difficult. And nobody is expecting you to become an expert scientist in the topic that you are picking up, right? There are, it's okay to not understand everything. But whatever you're trying to understand that sincerely, and try. If you don't, you can just say, I don't know that, right? So good attempt. If anybody else wants to speak, go ahead. Otherwise, I will start the next topic. Let me do a quick check on the time. 1 second. What is the time? Okay, we have about, yeah, we have some time. Okay, so now I want to ask you, again, I think you should all be able to answer this now. So when we are talking about all these technologies, blockchain, this and that, and so many different technologies we have been speaking about, when a new technology is being applied in an organization, let's say a company is trying to do something new, right? Innovate or improve, or you're getting onto some projects and all of that. How do you start? Where do they start with an application of technology? How do you start identifying where technologies can be applied, or where it will be useful, how it will be useful? How do you start, and where do you start? Any guesses?
We'll begin with the
Sorry?
We'll begin with the comparison of existing situation and this after applying new technology, what will be the situations? So we have to compare between existing situation and the new technological situation. By doing comparative analysis, we'll be arriving at cost benefit analysis. So whether the cost I can afford, how much benefit I can derive out of this technological change, that way we can decide.
No, I'm not even, okay, so hold on, Chandra. So I'm not asking about whether the technology will give me return on investment or will it help me make business and all. I'm first trying to understand how will we know where technologies can be applied, where technologies, whether it is expensive, not expensive, that is a second question. But where, so a hint is, today in one of your presentations, I will not name the team, one of your presentations, they used that concept. The answer that I'm seeking is already there in one of your presentations. Okay, how will you start? Where will you start to identify the usage of technology and usage of anything new to develop or build anything new? Where do companies usually start looking at that for? And then they start defining the problems or the projects, And that's how you start working on a project, and that's how you start building some solutions. That's how technical people are then brought in, and that's how they are given coding work to do and all of that. Where do you start? The hint is one of the presentations today already presented that.
I think it was in Ballari team's presentation on.
I want that term. I want that one term. One of you already used. Sorry? Yeah, Chandrakant.
AI in banking. There was the term used by Ballari team presentation today, sir. They were
That was-
attempting.
AI in banking. Yeah, that is only in banking, no? I want to know the term, which any company will start working and looking on, which is very important today. In today's world, in a digital economy, for digital transformation in the digital industry, it is very important to first start looking at that, and then you start thinking about solutions in that space. At least in most. Sorry?
Internet of Things only, sir, because we will use it for day-to-day life only.
No,
sir.
Internet of Things is a tool, no, a technology or a concept that will be used, but where something more basic, something more simpler.
In day-to-day life only we use no, sir.
Yeah, you use that in day-to-day life. I'm not denying that. I'm saying, okay, Internet of Things is a solution or a concept or a tool, technologies, they will use it. I am saying, how do you decide where to use and how to use and all of that? What is the fundamental thing that you will start looking at first? Any company. Like for example, Internet of Things, you gave example of washing machine, you gave example of AC and all of that. How did people start thinking about this can be used in that place? This can be used in a washing machine kind of a scenario or things like that. Yeah, Vinayak, you wanted to answer?
Sir, first we define the problems.
Okay, you are getting closer, but what problem? Whose problem? I am giving you a hint. No, already they have presented about that. That term has been presented in one of the presentations already. I think it was the heading of one of the presentations, if I'm not mistaken. So can you just recap all the headings of the presentations, the topics of the presentations?
IoT, blockchain and IoT.
Blockchain and IoT was the first one. What is the second one? Second one was IoT. What was the third one? AI in bank. Can you put on your screen? AI in banking. Can you put your screen? Kavita Computers, can you put your presentation on screen? Let's see. Let's wait for that. Okay, go to the first slide. Okay. What is the heading here?
Customer experience in bank using AI.
Yeah, so which is the term which is important here?
Customer experience.
Customer experience. Okay. Customer experience is very important in building solutions today, especially with all these digital technologies. So he's used here is how he enhanced digital experience, because it is all about customer experience. It is the experience you're giving to your customer, right? So when she spoke about IoT, AC, and whatever that washing machine and all of that, that is, what is it doing? It is improving the customer's experience of using that product, right? It is improving blockchain. What is blockchain doing? It is improving the experience of the customer who's using that whole banking system or whatever they are doing, right, Chandrakant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what is so? And then the third one is already about bank using AI and enhanced customer experience. So we have already discussed this earlier, but I'm going to ask this again just to check if you all know this. So how will you start understanding customer experience? How will you start understanding customer experience?
Customer experience in the sense,
Second.
to solve any of his problem, how much time he is investing, what cost he is investing in to find a solution to that problem. For example, if he wants to know the balance in the
I'm asking you, how will you understand customer experience, overall customer experience?
So by
We
getting
already-
reviews and ratings from customers.
No, we have already discussed this, if I'm not mistaken, in an earlier session. Yeah.
Sir, I will take one example, sir.
Okay.
Trimmer, sir.
Okay.
The company is launched a trimmer to customers, sir.
Mhm.
Customer, they are using that product. After using, they will give the feedback. Like it will trim only 1 mm of hair, sir. They want zero number of hair cutting. They again take the feedback. That is the customer experience. Based upon that, they will.
Yeah, my question is, so how will you understand overall customer experience? Which I have already explained to all of you in the last, maybe about 3-4 sessions back. I think I have explained that to you. How will you identify the customer's experience? What are the bad experiences? What are the good experiences? Where are the problems? Where are the problems not there? How will you identify all of that?
By getting customer feedback, sir.
Okay. Okay. Customer feedback. Okay. You are a customer. And if I ask you for feedback, can you tell me where you're not liking my product? Will you tell me everything about your experience? You don't have the time. Okay. Who else will answer? You're not getting, I want that term. Like customer experience, I also explained another term about 3, 4, 5 sessions back. In fact, I think I showed you one slide also. Chandrakant, you also don't remember?
By asking multiple customers, we will be getting some points. So most repeated point we have to focus on.
No, I mean, that's a part of it, but not really. Okay, anybody else? Did I talk about customer journey? All of you? Have
Yes, sir.
I spoken about customer journey? Yes or no?
Yes, we have spoken.
So what is customer journey?
From taking through the steps of customer journeys like awareness, then consideration, then purchasing, then loyalty and advocacy. So these are the steps a customer will be
Wonderful. So that is the starting point. That is where you will understand how the customer's experience is happening. Yes or no? Yeah. So I will share this once again. So let me know if you're able to see my screen. You're able to see my screen? Yeah.
Now we are seeing.
So this is the customer's journey. Any product, any solution, most of them at least. There will be a place where you will have awareness. There will be a time when you will build awareness about your product. There will be a time when you build consideration of your product. Awareness is how do you make them aware of your product. Consideration is how do you enable them to consider buying your product, and then they start purchasing, right? And then they start you service them, and then you make them loyal customers, and then you do help them to advocate your product, right? So that's that's the customer's journey. Now, how will you, so what has the customer experience? So then you will map in the customer journey, you will map all the touch points your company's product or your brand is having with the customer. So what do you mean by a touch point? A touch point could be things like, where does the customer get in touch with your brand during the awareness stage? Is it online advertisements or search, or in is it a shop, or is it an app, or in service, is it through emails, or is it to a physical visit, or is it through telephone? In loyalty, is it through surveys, is it through offers, is it through some digital coupons? And advocacy is, again, how do you help them advocate? How do you help them share your reviews? When you look at all these touch points, and then you will review all the touch points, you will look at all the touch points, and you will see where you are doing better, where you're not doing well, where you can improve, where you cannot improve, or whatever, right? So for example, let's take the example of that washing machine using IoT for remote usage and all of that stuff. So that is, where is that going to feature in this customer's journey? Where is that experience going to happen in this customer's journey? Rupashri.
Yes, sir.
My question is, in the washing machine, normal washing machine does not have that feature that you can go and switch it off when you're outside and you're from your mobile, you can't switch off and all of that stuff. But now, by providing that additional feature, you are enhancing the experience of the customer, right? You are enhancing that experience of the customer. So that feature, deciding to put that feature in that product or in that, that washing machine, will be a result of looking at which part of this customer journey.
That will happen for awareness and considerations.
Okay.
Because
Service, sir, it's a service.
nowadays we know that only normal washing machines are there. So why this feature enabled or automatic washing machines, they are also there in the market. So when a customer comes to shop to inquire about washing machines, we have to educate him and make him aware of automatic washing machines. So when he becomes aware, he will start thinking whether I should go with the earlier existing washing machines or technically enhanced new washing machines. Because new washing machines, they come with a cost, and also we don't know how they behave and how they will be servicing if any problem comes, how to get them repaired, what is the life of a new product, like that. He will be having questions. So we have to answer those questions through routes. Like for example, salesmen in the shop, they can handle those questions efficiently, sir. For example, making customers aware of automatic washing machines, as well as taking them through consideration step. Shop salesmen will be doing their ways in a better ways. They will be imparting the confidence in the minds of the customers.
Yeah. So awareness and consideration, you will feed them with the knowledge that your washing machine has got this additional feature, which is so beautiful, so nice, and so convenient for you to experience. So then when that is being fed, that helps them decide that, okay, so, and then they will start looking at reviews and all of that, and then that will help them purchase the product. Now, your blockchain concept, all these whatever things that you explained, where can we see in which part of the customer journey do you see that kind of relevant?
So, okay, when a customer buys the washing machine, sir, a transaction happens.
Mhm.
and the transaction becomes part of the ledger of the shop, sir,
Okay.
so that transaction will be recorded.
So at the
So that can,
purchase phase, so that's at the purchase phase, you're saying, right?
and there is a purchase, one transaction is created which can become part of the blockchain.
And also at the loyalty phase, loyalty point, loyalty benefits.
Yeah, that also can become part of the blockchain, sir.
So it is making that experience of loyalty and the purchase experience is being strengthened by usage of your blockchain technologies. Yes? Can I say that?
Yeah, it can happen for sure.
Okay. All right. So this is how, I mean, you will have to go deeper and understand all of this, but this is how you will see that how you can make an end-to-end understanding of the experience of the customer. Now let's look at AI in banking, whatever they explained. So they explained a lot of different points. They explained a lot of different points, which were, I think, coming across different areas actually, including purchase, awareness, service, loyalty, and advocacy. I think they had a lot of points which are cutting across all of these phases, right? So any questions? Are you able to understand this? Any questions? Any thoughts? All of you? Banking team, can you just share your slides once again? I just wanted to look at the last slide. Okay. Can you go to the next slide? Customer experience. 1 second, let me see. Okay, go to the next. Okay, enhanced digital experience. That is all over experience. No, go to the previous slide. Go to the previous slide. Hassle-free onboarding process. So when you're using AI in banking, can you please increase the size of this slide? Zoom out a little bit. Why have you made it small? Can you go full screen? No, can you go down there on the left? There is a button for full screen. Just click on that button for full screen.
Madam, there are 4 squares in the bottom of the screen. So yeah, third one. You can click there, ma'am.
Yeah, here is how AI is transforming the way banks are treating their customers. So enhanced digital experience is cutting across all the 6 phases of the customer journey. Hassle-free onboarding process, that is where you can use AI. So hassle-free onboarding process is after the purchase, that is in the service stage, right? You're getting my point? Now enhanced, why are you changing it? Please keep it there, no? Why are you changing the slides? Yeah. Number 3 is enhanced self-service facility. So this is touching which part of the customer journey?
Service.
Service part of it.
Yeah. 24/7 customer support service. Which part of the customer journey is this touching?
Service.
Yeah. Automating BFSI customer service. This is also service only. Okay, go to that next slide. Go to your next slide. Automating BFSI customer service challenges. So he has elaborated on that. Go to the next slide. Okay. AI use cases in banking. Account inquiries. Which part of the customer journey is this touching?
First one is it's touching with awareness, sir.
Awareness. Account inquiries.
Considerations, sir.
Consideration. Read the detail. No, banking users can employ chatbots to monitor their account balances. You're already a customer.
Purchase.
Purchase. You're already a customer.
It's touching again service.
It is service. Again, you're touching service. Okay, money transfers. Users can make fund transfers to other accounts or to pay merchants through chatbot. Which part of the customer's journey is this?
Service.
Service only.
Service. Loan applications.
Service.
This might get into maybe consideration, and they can assist users in applying for loans. So you can consider, it can be in consideration or it could be in purchase of loans. Okay. Credit score monitoring.
Service.
Okay. Rating them.
Service.
Okay. Service. Financial advice.
Loyalties.
Sorry.
Loyalty.
Why loyalty? Chatbots can provide investment advice and assist users in making informed investment decisions. This is again service only. Service. Or if you're buying financial products from them, it could be consideration. If you've already bought that financial product and you're enhancing that thing, then it could be financial advice, could be service. But if you're depending on where you're using it, you're understanding all of this, all of you. Okay, you can, what is the next slide? Go to the next slide. Okay, fraud prevention.
Service, sir.
Service and what else?
Loyalty.
Why loyalty? What has loyalty got to do with this? Even I would, maybe if it is an initial transaction of getting into the bank and all that, maybe in purchase phase also, maybe. Okay. Customer service is part of which part of the journey?
Service.
Sorry, purchase.
Service.
Service again. Account management.
It's also service. Sir.
Okay. Insurance claims.
This is loyalty, sir. Loyalty and
Sorry?
service.
Loyalty, no, again service only. And again financial plan. Loyalty is if you are giving any benefits to the customer to retain them as your customers. So for example, if you become my customer to the next level, I will give you one bonus prize or something, or extra coupons, or I'll give you some extra tickets or something like that. That is to give you some goodies in response to you being my customer. In exchange of you being my customer, right? Financial. So most of these seem to be with service. All right. So yeah. So next slide. Integration. Next slide. Okay. 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 All right. Stop it now. Yeah, you can stop sharing. Yeah. All right, you can stop sharing. All right, so you saw the use of a customer journey and how you have to map those different tools. And so next time we will go more into the detail about that. But before that, today, before we close, do you have any questions? I'll open this for any questions now. You have any doubts, questions, anything that you want to ask about how you want to improve, things like that, we can discuss for a little while before we wind up.
Sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, how can we plan
How can we?
for jobs?
How can you plan for a job?
No, sir. Cover letter. How to make cover letter?
I didn't get your question. How do you?
How to make cover letters for
Cover
job?
letter. How do you make a cover letter? How to make a cover letter for a job? Okay. How do you make a cover letter? You tell me.
Sir, I don't know information about that.
Do some Google search and tell me tomorrow. Next time when you come, you tell me. You know English, you know Google, right? Information is there. You do some research and tell me.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I don't have to tell you all this. You go and tell me, then I will see. I mean, if I really need to tell you something, I will tell you. All right. But why do you need a cover letter? You're already applying for something.
Sir, nowadays the MNC company are asking cover letters, sir.
Cover letter. Okay. So do some Google search and tell me what do you understand, what you want. Okay. Next time assignment. Okay. All of you figure out what is a cover letter. What do you understand by a cover letter and what should be there in the cover letter? Okay.
Okay, sir.
No, seriously. I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing to laugh about it. If you really want to learn, if the company is asking, you should be prepared with it. All right. Next time we'll discuss that. Okay. What else? Anybody else has a question? But by the way, what do you think should be there in the cover letter? Vinayak. What do you think should be there? You should tell them some story about some movie, or what should you tell in the cover letter?
Sir, it is a brief description about the employees.
Brief description of?
Employees, students for applying job.
No, I'm talking about your cover letter. What will you write in the cover letter? What do you think you should write in your cover letter?
In cover letter, name,
Okay, name, all right.
achievements and hobbies.
Name and what else?
Achievements, hobbies.
Achievements and hobbies. Okay, give me an example. Name is Vinayak. Achievement, give me some achievement. What is your achievement?
Sir, I got the second prize in chess competition.
Okay, you got some second prize in what? Some project in your company. Okay. Then after that, what are you going to write?
Company, sir, whenever we get the project.
Okay, and then after that?
No idea.
No, hobbies you said. No, hobbies also you'll mention. Which hobbies will you mention?
Hobbies,
You said you mentioned hobbies, right? You mentioned hobbies or you did not?
mention hobbies, sir.
Which hobbies will you mention? Which hobbies will you mention?
Playing cricket.
Okay,
Yes.
playing cricket, watching movies, listening
Yes.
to songs, listening to songs. All of these you will mention in the cover letter.
Sir, I don't
Yes.
have.
I'm asking you. Why do you think a company needs a cover letter? Do you think they will be impressed if they know that you play cricket? If they've asked you, are they calling you for a tournament, or are they calling you for IPL match, or are they calling you for some sports related thing, or are they calling you for a technology job? Which job are you applying for? I'm asking you, which job are you applying for?
Software industry, sir.
Okay, software company. So software company, why would they be interested in your cricket in the first impression? Are they looking for cricketers to come and join their company?
No, sir.
No. So in the cover letter, what is a cover letter supposed to do? Why are they asking for a cover letter? Have you ever thought about it?
Nowadays, applying student is no number, sir. To filter that, they use cover
Okay.
letter.
So for filtering, are they going to use cricket as a filter? Okay, people who know cricket, they will be taken in. Those who don't know cricket, they will not be taken in. Is that going to be a filter? Hobbies will be a filter.
No,
I
sir.
do painting, I listen to music, I watch Netflix, I like shopping. First of all, these are not hobbies, by the way. First of all, these are not even serious hobbies, okay? So my point is, why do you think the company would want a cover letter?
Only filtering purpose, sir.
So in a marriage proposal, what is the first impression that you want to give? If you're going for a marriage proposal, let's say it's an arranged marriage and people are coming to meet, you will put your best dress, you'll wear your best, whatever you look best in, and then you'll talk about your job, all sorts of those kind of things, right? How well accomplished you are, and you'll send your best photograph, the way you look best, your smart photographs and all of that. You won't send, okay, what do you do? You won't send all the casual photographs and all of that, right? You will send something which is very impressive about you. So a cover letter is for impressing the company about you, right? So how are you going to create a first good impression on the company about your candidature? That is the meaning of a cover letter, all right? After that, resume is the details of what you have claimed you are as a person in the cover letter, and why do you want to apply for that particular role. So that should be the intent. For anything and everything, first you should try and understand what is the intent. Intent means the reason. Why is this there in the first place? Think about it and then do some research. And then now with this background, what do you think you should send in the cover letter? Do you think you should mention about cricket? No, right? I mean, I would not write. I mean, unless it is creating a great impact, right? You know, you're like the next superstar in cricket and you also are a great, something that, or if you're writing about, I like to listen to music and all of that. How does that matter to me as a company? I want to know how. I think I explained this also in some other session, either this or maybe some other sessions, right? So write the highlights of your achievements and your interest in that company. What is it that you want to do in that company? Why should they look at you? That is the meaning of a cover letter, right? So it is like writing a love letter to that company. Cover letter is a love letter to the company, right? Why do you love working in that company? Why would you love working in that company, right? They should feel, okay, so he's the right candidate, let me take him. So that's the meaning of a company's cover letter. Okay. All right. So you do that research. Next time we'll come and discuss this. Okay. All right. So with this, we will close for today. I'll hand it over to the organizing team and you all have a good evening. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Kionics team. I'm handing over to the organizing team now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.